Today we have come here because we have the fear of death. So Geshe is saying that I will give a teaching in which he will explain the method that can help overcome the fear of death in the future when really when we approach the death.
다 치와 동len시 세주로 당도 치와서 이제 다 미세되는 탑시슈지로 와디 치와서야 돼. 초진의 상담다 다 치와서 이제 현나 용되고 그러 참에 치와서 현나 용한테 다 가르치는 용거를 좋아진 거로 와 좀신시 가르치는 시고 그래서 좋아지되나?
We all have the fear of death. We all are being afraid of death or dying, right? And we have to have reason why we are afraid of death. When you think about the reason why we have fear for death, we can classify into two types of fears. The fears that is developed by people in general, that includes people who do not believe in religion. They have the fear of death because all the activities of their life and the appearance that we have during our lifetime is going to be seized, and that's the one reason that they develop strong sense of fear when the death actually approaches or occurs.
다 추에 랭에 두주기 셴나도들이 남시 겨와치마마 유유둥시로 남시디 다 쳇데가 송화데 바도 스카도도 남시기 유윤디 마시바시네 겨와나마 도 유유도에 삼도지 레원도 아니 디에단 데요거네 치와라 셴나지 용되게 그랬어
마지막 겨와치마마도 그래서
남시기 유유 마시바시네 겨와 유누마 도 겨와 랭고야 그 직도둑지 켈랭에 두주기 아니야 대신 한 제할직 시고 그랬어 좀 되지.
And another reason another reason for fear for death is developed by the people who believes in religion, who follows or practice the religion. They have the fear which is kind of different. The aspect of fear is kind of different than the fear developed by people in general who doesn't believe in religion and so forth. They believe those people develop the fear when the death occurs because they believe that their innermost innermost consciousness is something that moves forward to next life. When the body degenerates or decomposes, when the actual death in the process of dying, the body decomposes, and when the death actually occurs, and they believe that their innermost mind, or most subtlest consciousness, travels towards the next life, and because of that reason, they are concerned about the quality of the next rebirth.
다 다른 예 치와라 동len시단세 줘와 치와라 동len시단디 얘다 남배 떠두다 되는 남바 코로나게 치와라 동len시단 간데에 디고링에 쪼르시게 있어.
So today I will explain the method that can help overcome the fear of death, the method which is spoken in Buddhism, which is described from the Buddhist point of view. So the best method is not to avoid the fear of death. It's better to encounter it. It's better to develop the courage to face the death. That is far better method than the avoiding the fear of death or thinking of fear of the death.
간단한 아주 치와들라 치위 집어들라 동마데 버체 배 성로 코르코 뭐저 가제 유가 제네 버이네메나 코치주는 다 쳐버렸어. 되나다 마드는 치아하랬어.
The reason I'm saying it is better if you face the death than avoiding the death is because even though you try to avoid thinking of death, when the time comes, you have to face the death sooner or later. You can't avoid the death completely. So when the death comes, no matter no matter whatever method that you choose, you have to. It can't prevent the death. So you have to encounter the death. So it's better that you face the death and challenge it, and that can help to some extent to overcome the fear of death.
디 윤디 치와 생에디 아주 미진하게 차시 인삼대션에 야와 야르시.
So it's much better if you take the death as a part of your life, the part of process of your life.
근데 요 산제 줌된 되게 최고 토마 당부 송도 메다바도 송 버려서 상게네 최 당부도 가르쳐 무슨 메다바도 송 버려서 아니 발로 최가 망부지 송송송송 타만 양해를 되죠 가르쳐 무슨 메다바도 송 버려서.
So therefore that is the reason that Buddha the first teaching the Buddha taught is about impermanence, and as well as in the middle of his teaching he also taught the importance of reflecting on impermanence, and at the conclusion of his teaching he also taught the teaching on impermanence. So impermanence, reflecting on impermanence, is considered a very important practice. In our world, in our life, in our world or in our life, there are so many problems that we encounter due to lack of reflection on the meaning of impermanence, due to lack of understanding the meaning of impermanence, due to lack of reflection or contemplation on the meaning of impermanence. We encounter so many problems.
당진 시기 토네 아니 삼류 나로래야 지 강에 망부 지 되고 그래 강에 망부 간지 되고 왔을라나 당진시로 봐.
We have the misconception of thinking. We have the misconception due to which we view the external things are as permanent, as kind of everlasting. We don't think of them as kind of impermanent. We think of the external things as an object that lasts forever, as a permanent object.
지나 배나 사상시 집이네. 사상시 삼도 담아네. 사상시 담고 인대지 주자면은 당진의 삼로 지고 토네 사상들에 슉타고 슉침부 지된 게 요래스.
For example, the small example that when you start having a family, let's say a couple, married life, you have kind of you develop the notion that kind of the gathering of the two person or the marriage can be a lasting one, can be a very lasting one, can be a kind of permanent.
다가나시 대사 강바 로사 모자 카르이네 참마 당진지기 토네 아니 진대고 요리스.
And also that includes your house, your car, and all the properties that you own. You develop the notion that these things they're gonna belong to you for permanently, forever.
다가나시 수수 수불을 차샤네야 개초 개마 총해도지 개고 차마 총해도 붙는데다 나만 총해도 붙는데 삼부 코드가 그랬어.
Even the body that you possess that belongs to you actually, the body of your own body, you develop the notion that your body will not be age, age, and will not get sick, would be healthy for the rest of your life, for permanently. That kind of notion that you have towards everything that you own.
이내랑 아주 당진들에 이지치는 뢰기는 대비 경기 아니 규도지 내용도 좀 아니 sem나 마수부터 내용이요 그래서.
When you have this kind of misconception or notion that whatever you own gonna remain permanently as you think they are, and then when things changes, when things changes, then it kind of creates pain in your mind.